Renee, you referenced the digital divide in your earlier comments. So can you talk a little bit more about your concerns about that digital divide or about other equity issues that are affecting our kids?
Sure. As there is this adage that has come up since COVID, and it's that when white America gets the flu, people of color get the pneumonia. And it's really never been more elevated than when you look at how this crisis has affected everybody, but how it has truly affected communities of color. And in many ways, the digital divide is one of them. And that you look at the numerous amount of families that don't have access to broadband, that don't have what you call hotspots, that don't even have internet. And the world is moving virtually, and they can't even catch up with us because the libraries aren't out there for the free access to the internet when kids go there after school, and that's the only way in which they can get on the internet. So there are just large proportions of folks that just don't have the access to try to navigate in this new world that we're living in. And the more that we can do, like what Mary Jane is saying, the better we're all going to be. But it does have a disproportionate effects on minorities and people of color. I look at even just health services. Many of our families, the only time they even get medical services is through the school nurses, where they can get referrals to the clinics to get their teeth checked. So they're missing out on that opportunity to even have just access to some kind of medical services just to help them with conditions that can develop. And we all know what pre-health conditions has done in COVID and how it has affected folks with pre-existing conditions. So I think we have to focus in on how and where we have the greatest need. It's in rural America, it's in communities of color. There's already educational things that they're affected by, and now this even just exacerbates the issue. And we talk about counseling. Counseling is great. There are certain communities that don't believe in counseling. They're afraid to go to counseling because you just don't tell your family business. And so to the degree that folks can make it more accessible and allow folks to feel comfortable coming in and sharing those kinds of experiences, the better we can be.